Hey, who besides me is ready to switch over to the Easter decorations? Let's go. Hey there, crazy family. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm April. Today's video, we're just taking down all of this St. Patrick's Day decorations and putting up the Easter. I am so ready for spring, and I know I'm probably not the only one. And to be honest, this is a little bit later than my normal for me to have my decorations up, but life happens, you know? So I'm just gonna put on some happy music and we're gonna get going. It's April popping back in here. I just wanted to tell you all, stay to the very end, because at the very end of this video, I've got something crazy and you're gonna wanna see it. If y'all watched my video where I went back to Dollar Tree, well, a different Dollar Tree in the Five Below, I had showed you some eggs and I told you I wanted to show you a wreath I made a couple years ago. This is it. All right, I am back. This is day 2. I was not able to finish yesterday. I had to go rest. So we're gonna hopefully try to get this done today. If you watched my haul on the Dollar Tree and the Five Below, and you've seen I got me and my girls some shirts, well, here it is. But I've been trying to figure out what lights to use for my Easter lights. I really would love to have some pastels, but I don't think there's any out there right now. So around Christmas time this coming year, I'll have to think about that for next year's tree. So I think we're just gonna go with clear lights and then just have the Easter decorations around it. And I think that'd be good. So let's get started. You see all my pretties? And I forgot which haul this was in. It was one of my Dollar Tree hauls. I'll link it in the, I'll probably put it in the card somewhere up there. But anyway, these are my pretties that I got. What I'm going to do, kind of like what I done for Valentine's Day, I'm going to take this ribbon off. These actually have staples in them instead of glue. Okay, so I'm taking them apart. Then I'm going to take just some pretty ribbon. I found this in my stash. Don't even ask me where I got it, because I couldn't tell you. My craft journey started in 2011-12, something like that. It's probably 2012. My craft journey began, and I was making hair bows for my girls. And so that's sort of where everything started. All right, anyway, enough about that. You're just gonna take you some pretty ribbon. And put your dot of hot glue if it's not, oh good, I thought I tore it up. So put you a little bit of glue down. And then come around. And you're just gonna do a loop like that. So there would be like our first ornament. Just want to figure out where the prettiest place would be to hang it. I think probably right in there. Doesn't have to be terribly big, just big enough to be able to fit on your tree limb. And I bring it up straight and then kind of curve around like that, and to bring the edges together. That makes that pretty loop. Which that one I probably done too small, we'll see. It might be okay. You like where I ended it yesterday? In that same haul I mentioned earlier, it was when I took you to my favorite Dollar Tree. It was that video, and I'll link that up wherever I can, probably in the end cards. That way you can just click on it, go straight to it. But anyway, I had also got this garland at that Dollar Tree. So, you remember these? I only got 2. I probably should have got at least 4 of these, but okay. And you remember my little gnomes I found, the little ornaments? Oh my gosh, I love these. These are so cute. Look at it. Okay, so I'll do the pink one. Here's the blue one. Okay, I finally got all of these done. And then I wanted to let you know, I actually repurposed that original ribbon. I cut it to thirds, so I repurposed it. I think I showed you these. I haven't done much to my table yet. I think I've got a box missing, so I'll show you a little later when I get the table done. Okay, I think I want to put a real pretty big bow on the top of that tree. So this is what we're going to do. I have followed a lot of creators, so I don't know exactly where it come from. I know Olivia, I forgot the name of her channel. I can link it down in the description box, but her name's Olivia, and she named it an Olivia bow. It's just like a double, triple stacked bow. So we're going to try to make something similar to that. But I'm just starting out with a couple rows of the wired ribbon. Of course, you can get this at Dollar Tree, any craft store, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Walmart may even have some wired ribbon. But you're going to put them together, stack them whichever way you want. It don't really matter. You just want one on top of the other. And then it depends on how big you want it. If you want, I think I'm going to do a double stack. Well, this will actually be my center bow, so I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I'm going to do this one 12 inches. There's 8 and 4. So that's about roughly about 12 inches. And according to Olivia, well, mine's a little longer than that. 12 inches would be me holding in the palm of my hand and then coming up, and it would hit my elbow like about right there, about an inch above. But that's roughly about 12 inches, the way I just measured that. But anyway, you want a 12-inch bow, and you could do 12, 14, 16 to make a really huge bow. You could do 10, 12, 14. If it's just a double stack, you could do a 10 and a 12 or a 12 and a 14, if that's making any sense. I'm going to do, since it's a double stack, I'm going to do a 12 and a 14. So, but okay, so I've overlapped it. I want to go 6 times if it will let me. So 1, 2, 3. Four. Just keep it straight as you're going. 5. Okay. Now I just loop that around 6 times. Let me see if I can show you what. And then there will be a little bit left on the spool for, cut that off. If you can see, that's even with my end there. Can you see that? There's the end. Okay, so I'm cutting that off. Sorry, Benjamin. Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, there's 2 in there. Okay, so once you have got this done, you've got your loops all pretty right through in here. You are going to fold it up and try and meet. Well, let's go the opposite way. I think I cut that just a little bit too far up, so let's go the opposite way. But I'm just folding it up until it's even. Kind of bend my wires down here, that way I know where my middle is. Okay, does that make sense? So I just folded it up until it was even, and I've bent my wires here. Then I'm going to open it back up gently, but now, and kind of flatten it back out just enough to where still know where my middle was. So then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to barely cut up on both sides, right on that middle, just a little notch. You just want just a little teeny tiny. And I have messed up on this before and accidentally cut just a little bit too much of a notch. So I think I need a little bit more than that. Okay. Oh, I need to go a little bit more because that back side didn't get much cut. Oops. Ooh, I hope I didn't just do it too far. Okay. Can you see how little that is? Oh, let me get it the right spot. See, it's not much at all. If you can see that. Okay, now I'm going to do it to the other side. Just a little notch. It's a little hard to get through that wire. Okay, there's another little notch. And you gotta be careful because that I probably about went too far. Now she uses just like the wire that's on the little spool, but I don't think I have any of that. So I'm just going to use these crazy Chanel stems that I got there not too long ago at the Dollar Tree. So you're going to get your Chanel stem ready, or your wire, whatever you've got, and you want to kind of already start somewhat getting it to come together if you can. It's a little hard, but put your wire in there. And then you're gonna bring it together really tight. Now with that wire, that thinner wire, she actually ties it like tying a shoestring. I almost don't know if that's tight enough. Let me pull that up just a little bit more. Okay, you want it really tight. Okay, I think that is better. Okay, there we go. So we've got a little bit of a gather right there. And what you're going to do, you're going to start going inside and pulling your loops out. There's the tail. You're going to have small tails. But you're going to grab what's in the middle, and you're going to bring it up, and then you're going to kind of twist as you're bringing it up. Give it just a little twist. You just kind of have to fiddle with it until you get it how you like it. But make sure it's opposite. If you do two different colors, that is. What I'm doing, you kind of got to do your own thing, but I went ahead and I grabbed the back. This is my back. Now that I got all my loops out, I'm grabbing hold of my back, flipping it upright. And then I'm just going to work with these until I get them pretty. Okay, after getting all that done, I'm gonna take the small tails, and I've got 2 right now. I'm gonna fold them over. The color side is facing inward. Does that make sense? There's the back side of it. See, it's not as colorful. There's the colored side. So I'm folding them inward. And then here at the wire part, I'm gonna angle it down. And that'll give me my dovetail. See, there it is. And okay, that one's a little bit shorter than that one, so I need to make sure that I am starting lower for the dovetail to be able to get that guy that's in there. So let's go down that way. Okay, and there's our dovetail. And I'll probably even still fiddle with this once I get it on the tree. These things are not the easiest things to ever make. Just for now. I think I'll do this one 14 inch. Hopefully I have enough. I should have enough. And we're just doing the exact same thing, but that's really cute. It's easier for me to do it this way. I can't hardly do it down here. So I'm just looping it over and just making sure that it's even. Okay, there we go. Now, again, we're going to meet until you've got it in the middle. You got them even. Okay, smush it down. That way you know where your middle's at. Okay, and then I kind of open it back up somewhat, but knowing where my bend is. So just put a little notch in it, not a big one. That's a little bit too big of a notch. I mean, it's gonna be okay, but that's what I mean. You gotta be real easy with it. And then try to get it inward. So what I'm doing, it's like in, over. So you bend it in the middle, and you flip your 2 ends over. Flip it over and put your chenille stem or your wire, whatever you got, and you want to do it real tight right there. See, I didn't want it to be that far, but I'd rather, like I told you before, I'd rather make mistakes, that way you can learn from me and not do the same thing. Oh, again, you just want to start taking, I'm going to start with the outer layer this time. So take it out. Give it kind of a twist. Next layer. This is really thin ribbon. It's not your stiff ribbon. It would work better if it was that stiff ribbon. But this is like, that's almost sheer. It's pretty, but it's really thin. But this ribbon, it's actually directional. So when I put it on my tree, I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm following the direction it's going. But that Easter, and I've got to follow that direction. the wire and angle down. Oops. Put the colored part inward. Make sure that you flatten it out. Right there's the wired part. We're gonna go. There we go. There's your tails. There's your tails. This is a sad little bow. This one is sad. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what direction I'm in anymore. So you could get this thinner ribbon, but oh mercy. It's not going to bend that well. Maybe once I get it on the tree it'll be okay and get that other one on top of it. But boy oh boy. Okay, so I'm going to take this. This is a little bit more stiff. It works a little better than that. So I'm going to take what's left of my chenille stem or pipe cleaner or whatever you want to call it and put it in the middle of this little sad one. I've got two chenille stems back here now. One belongs to this one and one belongs to this one. So what I'm going to do is take the ribbon that was left on that first round and get these ends evened up. Just try to hide that rest of that chenille stem. And that way it'll give it a pretty long tail. Okie dokie. I'm not, well, I guess I could. All right, right now this thing is a mess. Let me go work on my tree and then I'll show you once I got this all fluffed up and on my tree. Okay, there is the bow. I really had to get there and fluff it, but I think once I got it on the tree, it was easier to kind of straighten out. There it is from a distance. There's my stand that holds my camera. I need something down there, but I know what I want to do. Hold on. Yeah, I like that. I have bought, let me give you a close up. Come here, Benji. Of course, he's got a nose around. Come here. Come here. But I bought those Easter baskets and the 3. And it was, I don't know, at Dollar General, I'm pretty sure, one year after Easter. And I only gave like a couple of dollars for each of them. So I love my little baskets. And then I don't know, them little stuffed bunnies it's got, I don't even know where I got those. It may have been Dollar General also. That actually turned out pretty cute with those baskets under there. Okay. Okay, there is the tree. Let me show you this. Those I got at Dollar Tree this year. And then my pillows, I just use a towel. And if anybody wants me to show you how to do that, I can. But I just made my little Easter pillows. I think I should have put more stuff in it than what's in them. But that's my little Easter pillows. I made those a few years ago. I've done showed you that, I think. But that needs some work still. There's my little towel there. This table still, it's got to be cleaned back up. But I made this a few years ago. I made one for me, one for my mom, and one for my sister. But I think over time that box has kind of got bent. And I need to go in there and kind of do something with it to kind of fluff it up, make it pretty again. And then I've got, I told you guys, I like to take the Dollar Tree scarves and tie on the back of my chairs. So ignore that. That's got to go back in storage. That's my St. Patrick's Day stuff. But there's my little bunnies. And, oh, let me show you those two. Hold on. And I got those signs this year too, and I thought it was awful cute. And there's the trucks that I got in that one video I've kept referring to in this video. Oh, I gotta show y'all one more thing. Let me go outside. Okay, there's that wreath that I'm gonna show you how to make. It was a dupe of Hobby Lobby's. So, okay. I've not put this up yet, but I can't, and let me show you why. That is a bird's nest. We've got these little, I don't know what the little birds are called. I don't think they've laid anything in it yet. But isn't that the craziest thing? So I'm just gonna leave that alone, and I guess we'll have St. Patrick with us until those birds are hatched. If that is if the bird will even hatch in there now that we've kind of noticed it. I don't know. We've not touched the nest. I know if you touch it and you get human scent on it, the bird's not going to come back. So we'll see if the little birds hatch anything. But if not, I was telling my husband, I want to save it and I want to preserve it. I know there is a way you can preserve birds' nests, but I don't remember how, so I'm going to have to do some research on that. But I think that is so cool. But St. Patrick's got to stay out there until we figure out if those birds are still going to use their home or not. But I think if I do it much more, it's not going to be much more decoration. And if I do, I'll just do it in a follow-up video. But I think that's a wrap for this video of our switcheroo. What should we call this switcheroo? This is switcheroo from St. Patrick's to Easter / spring, because this is going to be staying up for a while. And I don't think there's anything else to say. But if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. If you've liked this video, if you found any value in this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and just join our crazy family. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.